USF at Navy, final score 41-38. Navy midshipmen get a signature win against the ranked USF Bulls. This was a disappointing one for me because selfishly, I really wanted to see USF and Byron Brown in the playoffs. I don't want to see Navy in the playoffs. Nothing against our service academies, but I just don't want to watch either Georgia or Ole Miss play the service academy at home in the first round of the playoffs. Like, go ahead, kill me now. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. But they have the capability to win like any game though. Just the way they play. Like,
They
in a
can,
playoff game, they would not win. But like beating USF, like it's just really random with the service academies,
yeah. I mean,
especially when they got a quarterback like Blake Horvath.
he's a really solid player, and Eli Heidenreich has been great too. He had 185 total yards in that win against USF. He's a wide receiver slash halfback that they play kind of all over the field. Smaller guy, but he's super shifty. He's got great hands, top end speed, solid. He's a really good player. He may actually have an NFL future if he keeps up the kind of production he's got. Which I don't remember the last time Navy put a wide receiver in the NFL that was white, but this dude's a beast. So we may see that happen. Overall, though, I don't have a good feeling about Navy if they were to win this conference championship game for the AAC and make the playoffs. I mean, you saw the result against Notre Dame; they got blown out.
They did play that game without Horvath though.
Yeah,
That impacts it a little bit.
it does impact it for me, but I didn't feel like Horvath was the impact player of this football game. I mean, they put in Braxton Woodson, and he had a huge 20-yard touchdown run that put them up 10 in the third quarter. So, regardless of the fact that he's been playing and he's healthy, they're putting in Braxton Woodson and giving him playing time. It's the way he can do with the football. Regardless, they're going to play the same way. So, I think Blake Horvath is a great quarterback. I think he's absolutely one of the most unsung players in the sport right now. Last year, he had an insane season. Navy is probably going to have him go down as one of the best players he's ever played there. I just don't think he's a huge game changer, to be honest with you. So we'll see what Navy's able to do on the stretch. Got to talk about the winner first, but USF just, I mean, they killed me in this one. Like, I wanted them to win this game so bad. Byron Brown played stupid in this game. Like, he had over 400 total yards and multiple touchdowns. It just didn't matter at the end of the day. It didn't get it done for this Bulls team. I thought that the rushing defense would be better. They allowed a total of 338 on the ground against Navy, which is to be expected against Navy sometimes. But I expected more out of USF's defense. I just remember the games like against Boise State in the season opener. They put on a tackling clinic, forcing fumbles and boxing up a really solid rushing offense in Boise State, who made the playoffs last year. I know they don't have Ashton Genty this year, but they're still a decent football team, and that their identity is running the football. And they got boxed.
And holding Florida to 16 at Florida.
Yeah, I mean, they dominated Florida in Gainesville. Like, I just thought that this defense had more in the tank. I don't know if they had some injuries I'm unaware of, or triple option is just a huge weakness in their scheme, but they did not play well. They just kept giving up big play after big play after big play, and Navy was able to throw in some huge pop plays in the passing game. I mean, that really ended up turning the tides on this one at different points where you thought that Navy wasn't going to be able to throw the ball to win, and Eli Heidenreich's wide open for 80 yards, you know? And at the end of the day, you just got to be able to stop the run when you play service academies, and they didn't do it. So USF falls to, I think they're 8-3 right now, or 7-3. They might have two games
I
left.
think they're 7-3.
So they got two more games left on their schedule. I really wish we got to see them maybe do a bit more with this season. I think this is probably Alex Golish's last season as their football coach. There's just too many head coaching vacancies. I see him most likely leaving.
What about Memphis losing too, and they're out of the AAC race now as well.
That didn't really surprise me that much, to be honest with you. Memphis is a good football team, but they've had too many close games this year for me to think that they were going to be able to hold on anymore. An upset was bound to happen. So East Carolina's a good football team.
They only have one conference loss. They're not out of it,
Yeah, I
which is
think they're
crazy.
right there. And Caden Hauser's a great quarterback. So
Do you see some of the stuff Mike Wright did in that game?
no, I didn't even see that.
He had like a 50-plus yard punt and the game sealing interception,
Dude,
which is just insanity. He
he,
plays
so
like he can play like every position besides like the line of scrimmage.
I had no idea that he was doing that. That's we actually have
It's
already dropped him on
hilarious.
this podcast because he played for Mississippi State for a little while, played for Vanderbilt. I mean, he's played at several teams that he played at Northwestern for a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been all over the map. And there's a Mike Wright Jewelers like down the street from my office, so we were talking about that, and it reminded us of Mike Wright. This guy is still playing meaningful snaps at all different positions in college football several years down the road. It's just crazy to think that that's what he's doing now. If you had told me that a couple years ago that he'd be getting interceptions and kicking punts for East Carolina, I'd be like, what on earth are you talking about?
absolute legend.
But that's super cool. Shout out to Mike Wright. Give him some love. But that game was tough for me. I ended up picking USF in that game. Who did you have, Landon?
USF dominant.
I felt the same way.
Never trusting Golish again. Overrated coach.
I think he's a good coach. I think there's only so much you can do at a program like USF, but when you've got the kind of guys they got on offense, especially Byron Brown, you just can't lose in football games like that. I mean, Byron Brown is probably one of the greatest group of five quarterbacks that I've ever seen, like talent wise. Maybe not statistically or just overall season output, but physically, I don't know that I've seen a more talented player in the group of five in a long time. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta give some attention to how bad that was. We're watching Tuesday night action. We've currently got Western Michigan playing NIU. I just watched NIU's punter do like a dribble between his legs where they drop snap on a punt and then proceed to lose the ball behind him, miss falling on it, and then kicking it down inside the 10-yard line and then falling on it again.
Peak Maction.
Gotta love some Tuesday night action, and it looks like Western Michigan's about to go up 35-13
After
or
being
something
down
like that
13 to nothing.
to NIU. Yeah, crazy stuff. Love action. Just had I was watching that unfold on the TV next to us as we were recording, and just I had to mention that. So if anybody's watching this and wants to see a crazy play, look that up. Timestamp was like I think like maybe 8 minutes left in the football game, so that's a really bad one. If there was a low lights top 10 on Sports Center, that would be number one.